Hi guys, my name is Bas and welcome to episode number 19 of my RStudio tutorials here on YouTube. So today we're gonna have another look at multiple linear regression. In the last episode we took a look at multiple linear regression with a confounder, and today we're gonna have a look at multiple linear regression with a mediator. So sit back and relax. It might seem difficult at first, but actually it's really easy, and I'll just guide you through it. First of all, if this video is helpful to you, then please leave a like on this video and subscribe to this YouTube channel. I want to make this channel grow as much as possible, so every subscription would be very much appreciated. So today we're going to have a look at the effect of job on income. If your job tier increases, then your income should increase. And if we go to R and take a look at the mediator dataset, you can see that there are 4 job tiers, tier 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, etc. And that the income seems to increase if your job tier increases. Because if you're in tier 1, your income is 20,000. If you're in tier 2, the income is 40,000, etc. So we might assume that if your job increases, then your income would increase as well. And we can prove this by doing a regression model. So first of all, we're going to open a package. So you type library and then tidyverse, as we do in every single episode, and press Ctrl Enter. So the tidyverse gets opened. And then we're going to do a regression model. And first of all, we're going to say that the mediator dataset is going to be the one we're working with. Then you press the pipe operator by pressing Ctrl Shift M. Then you type in the next line LM from linear model, open brackets, the dependent variable in this case is income. And then a space, and then the wavy curly symbol. And then the independence variable in this case is job. And then you press a comma, and then data equals dot. And then the pipe operator again. And then enter, and then the summary of this linear model. And then you press Ctrl Enter. And if we then go to the bottom, we can see in the coefficients table that the slopes, we always look at the slopes, that the slope of job is 19,800. So that means that if your job tier increases with 1, so if the independent variable increases with 1, the dependent variable increases with 19,000. Or in this case, if your job tier increases with 1, your salary increases with 19,800. And if you look at the P value, you can see that it's 0.000, so it's lower than the alpha of 0.05. So we can conclude that yes, there is a significant linear relationship between job and income. But, this might be explained because of a mediating variable. Because if you take a look at my brilliant paints model again, we can see that it might actually be explained by salary. Because if your job increases, then maybe your salary increases. And if your salary increases, then your income increases. So salary might offer an explanation for the direct effect, for the overall effect. And we're gonna test this. So we're gonna add the salary into the regression model. So we get these two arrows at the same time. So we go to the RStudio again. And then on the source screen, we write that we're working again with the mediator mediator dataset, then the pipe operator by pressing Ctrl Shift M, then a linear model. In this case, income is still the dependent variable, but the independent variable is this time not only job, but also plus salary. And then a comma, and then data equals dot. And then the pipe operator again. And then we want the summary of this model. So we type summary. So we want to do a linear model with income as the dependent variable and job and salary as 2 independent variables. And then you select code and you press Ctrl Enter and you run it. So don't forget to do capital letters where you need to pick. Always very important. And if we then look at the coefficients table, we can see that job is still quite a high number. It's 15,674, but it has actually decreased from the 19,000 we had before. And is it still significant though? Yes, it's still very much significant because it's 0.000. So we can say that job is still a significant relationship with income, but it is lower, the direct effect. And if we look at the mediator, so salary, we can see that it's 2,774. So if your salary increases with 1, that's the independent variable. The dependent variable, being income, increases with 2,774. So if your job increases, then your income increases. And if your salary increases, then your income increases as well. So this shows, both of those show that both are independent variables which explain the relationship between job and income. And is the salary, which is the mediator, is it significant? Well, it's 0.0004, which is lower than the alpha of 0.05. So yes, salary is also a significant relationship with income. So if we look at this model again, we can see that the remaining effect of job on income is still 15,000, but it's a tiny bit lower than the 19,000 we had before, but it's still 15,000. And the effect of salary on income is 2,000. So and it was also a significant effect. So we might assume that salary is a mediator for income. But to find out whether that's completely true or not, we also need to evaluate the remaining relationship between job and salary. You might assume that if your job increases, that your salary increases, but we need to know that for sure. So we're going to go back to our source screen. I'm going to work with the mediator dataset again, then press the pipe operator, then another linear model, and this time the dependent variable is not income but salary, and then the curvy symbol, and the independent variable is job, and then a comma, and then data equals dot, and then the pipe operator again by Ctrl-Shift-M, and then the summary. Summary, and then Ctrl-Enter, and then we can see, if we look at the bottom, at the coefficients table, that the effect of job on salary is 1.4876, and is this relationship significant? Yes, it has a p-value of 0.000, which is smaller than the alpha of 0.05. So yes, job has a significant effect on income, on salary. So if we go back to our model, we have proven that job has a significant effect on salary, that salary has a significant effect on income. So that means that salary is indeed a mediator. And the remaining effect between job and income is still 15,000. It's still quite a lot. But at first he thought it was 19,000. But by adding the mediator, we found out that the direct effect of job on income is only 15,000. And the other 4,000 is explained via salary. Because if job increases, salary increases. And if salary increases, income increases. So the mediator is an explanation. It explains the direct effect between job and income. It offers an explanation for that. While a confounder was something which disturbs your data, your relationship. You want confounders to be neutralized. Then you want to know only the main effect. So a confounder is always a bad thing and you want to neutralize it. You don't want confounders. While mediators, on the other hand, offer an explanation. So they are part of your model. So that's why they are very important as well. So that's the main theory on mediators. In the next episode, I'll explain how you can actually do calculations with those. So we're going to take a look at the intercept, at the slopes, etc., etc. But for now, guys, I hope this was helpful. If it was, then please leave a like on this video and subscribe to this YouTube channel. And for now, guys, I'll see you on the next episode. Ciao.